And Jela was in a little headlock by Lex. Jela ended up biting Lex twice on the arm. That's when Lex said, "Oh, you biting? Give me that nose." What Freddy Krueger said to Kelly Rowland in Freddy vs. Jason?
Got your nose.
Lex got your nose. While backstage, Lex is looking for Jela. I ain't gonna lie, she sounded a little fiendish. I was like, "I need that. I need that." I said, "Girl, what you need? A hit? A fix? Girl, what's wrong with you?"
Let's watch some crazy stuff, yo.
What's good, y'all? It's your girl Lex Real, and we're back up in this thing with another video. Today we're gonna be talking about Baddies Midwest Reunion Part 3. Okay? Now, I really thought that this last part was gonna be, you know, they be sit down, talking, doing all of this, you know, the coming to Jesus moments, okay? But I did not expect for it to start off as rowdy as it did, baby, okay? Now, while Dolly was standing up on the couch like she was in a VIP at somebody's club, the big bad bitch of the West, Ivory, comes up and starts swinging on her. Dolly was swinging back. Now, y'all know Dolly not one of my favorites. She's not one of my favorites. But I will get that whole credit when credit is due, okay? She was swinging back. Now, what really took me out was Jela and Lex, okay? Jela, let's throw your ass out the frame like you was a brand new picture. And then the reason why I know you got slumped a little bit was you was sitting there trying to figure out what y'all was fighting for. Baby, this is Baddies. Y'all hoes barely be having reasons on fighting hoes. So you're not gonna get your answer. You know this girl done have issues with you since she came in. My head would be on a swivel around that hoe. You know why she wanna fight your ass. So they get to fighting. And Jela was in a little headlock by Lex, and Jela ended up biting Lex twice on the arm. One like right here and one like up here. And then that's when Lex said, "Oh, you biting? Give me that nose." What Freddy Krueger said to Kelly Rowland in Freddy vs. Jason? "I got your nose. Lex got your nose." Girl, you need some Neosporin. You and Lex both actually need some Neosporin, baby. You remember when Gretchen bit you, Jela, and you was mad about that? Now you biting. I see you taking a couple lessons from Gretchen. I'm sorry. Somebody said, "Oh, you got me in the headlock." "Oh, I'm biting too. Ain't no rules in this." You're right. But I ain't want to see Jela crying about that bite on her nose. You bit that girl on her arm. Jasmine, Renee, and Summer are fighting, if you want to call it that. But they was slap boxing. Ivory comes up and scoop-a-loop Summer. And Summer ends up falling flat on her face. Now, I said, "Ivory, why you do that when Lex go backstage?" Because you know she jumping in tenfold over her homegirl. Y'all just dropped y'all beef, Lex and Ivory. Y'all just dropped y'all beef. But you out here doing her homegirl crazy, sneaking her like that. And that does count as a sneak because she didn't see you coming and you scoop-a-loop that leg. She ended up dropping straight to the floor like Dolly when she was fighting Tasiki. While backstage, Lex is looking for Jela. I ain't gonna lie, she sounded a little fiendish. I was like, "I need that. I need that." I said, "Girl, what you need? A hit? A fix? Girl, what's wrong with you? You done already did her a little bit dirty. Why you wanna keep going back for more?" Let's talk about Pretty P and Dolly. You know they been having their beef this whole season, okay? So, anywho, Dolly was backstage and she decided to come on out. Come on out. And as soon as she came out, her and Pretty P got up in the paint. Now, like I said, Dolly is not my favorite, but I will give credit when the credit is due. She was uppercutting Pretty P to hell. I mean, she said waka, waka, waka. Now, the thing is that Pretty P, I'm not gonna say she a bad fighter because she be getting it. She is not afraid to get in the paint. That's why I like her and Summer and a couple other girls because they don't care win, lose, or draw, they get in the paint. That's what I respect, and that's what Biggie need to take lessons on. But it looked like some anime or some kung fu fighting the way they was both some Tavo uppercut. Them uppercuts is crazy. I mean, she said wah 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 wah. And listen, my thing is that if Pretty P would have came out in some ballon shorts and a tank top or a bra like Lex did, she could have more space to move. But because she came out in a 2T jean dress for a baby, her ass was out. She couldn't really move them legs like that. She couldn't really, you know, because, you know, the top, titties coming out. You know what I'm saying? So now Dolly's titties come out like Jela, and instead of her pulling her shirt down, she takes it off too. I mean, I couldn't be able to do it. So kudos to you and Jela. I mean, me and these double D's, I'm telling you, we both will be swinging. I hit first, my titty hit the second one. Hit again, my titty hit the second one, okay? They're not as perky as they used to be, all right? Let that be a lesson to you girls who want to breastfeed. All right. What had me laughing was Santana said, Pretty P, you got tore. Dolly tore you. Pretty P said, she ain't tore nothing. Santana said, she tore you. All right, y'all. They bring out the forgotten ones. They bring out Emma, Yoshi, and Nunu, okay? Nunu, girl, you look like Jessica Rabbit in that red, okay? Hey, you looking good, girl. You look good. That's a lot of red, though, but you looking good. Like a bedazzled strawberry, all right? Yoshi come out looking like Missy Elliott, and Emma. Now, Emma pretty, okay? Let's not get that misconstrued. Emma has always been pretty, but her behavior when she first came on attacking Scotty like that, we all just was like, okay, this Lord Farquaad, this quagmire, okay? We can't fuck with it. You gonna come here and call somebody boring? Baby, you're boring yourself, okay? But to see her and Scotty have moved past, you know, what they moved past is cool. But when Saucy said, so which one of y'all really won? Because when the camera cut, it looked like Scotty won. Emma said, Scotty know who won. The only thing Scotty could say was, I never lost. Baby, I know Emma was turning to the ass. And because you fucking the boss man, they cut out you getting your ass beat. And I love me some Scotty. You know, sometimes she be pissing me off, okay? But let's call a spade a spade. Emma was tearing into Scotty, and they had to flip it around to make Scotty look good, all right? Now, Janiesha has been messy these whole reunion, and I live for it because she's usually quiet, meek, very professional, very demure. But this time she said, let me come out here in my crystals half naked and show you bitches how it's done, okay? So kudos to Janiesha for getting this shit done, okay? Now, Janiesha says, Yoshi, Natalie called you boring. How you feel about that? Yoshi agreed. She said, yeah, because I wasn't able to give nothing. I was there for like 15 minutes. You damn right. So skip on to the next, because baby, I don't even remember what the hell you did besides get thrown in the air like a kite by Summer. Girl. Janiesha also asked Nunu, like, is her relationship with Anna and Biggie, like, how is that? And she's like, you know what, looking back on it, I think it's funny, but I love how they stand up for each other. Okay, so Tasiki comes back out. Okay. Janiesha asks Anna how she feels about Biggie. Now, Anna starts talking in some riddles, talk about, so auntie not sad, auntie just hurt. Everybody like, girl, what the fuck is you talking about? Talk in English. Talk in adult language. Say, my bitch ain't have my back. I'm hurt. I'm sad. What really pissed me off was when Janiesha was asking Anna, and Biggie said something about selling coochie for less.
Bitches are selling pussy and getting embarrassed for less, though.
That's naturally
She was insinuating talking about Anna. And what's crazy is when the audience was on your back, Anna still stood up for you. So you bringing up her selling coochie because they on your ass about not standing up for your friend? Not you putting her personal business out there because you're getting called out. Baby, you ain't no friend. You never was no friend. You never will be no friend. Now, the audience proceeds to boo Biggie. Good, because she needed to. She needed to be brought down a couple levels because she's talking about something. I could just leave. I already got the money. You think you are bigger than the program. You think that you are bigger than what's going on when you're really not. And then you think that the production is telling these people to boo. No, these people done seen what's gonna happen from part 1 to 2 to 3. They was there the whole time. Boo, bitch, boo. Boo, bitch, boo. Now, I don't know who this audience member is that look like In Vogue SWV, but she is 90s fine. I have loved her since she came in this audience. When she asked Tinkerbella who her baby daddy was, and Tinker said, your baby daddy, and she said, I said, yeah. I like her a lot. Y'all need to give her a spot somewhere or on something, okay? But when she was calling it out, she was like,
you scary as fuck and you built bad. We hate you.
All that they're saying is you don't even have to fight. Just get in that hole and break them bitches up. And you can't even do that. You be standing in the background watching your girl get beat up. You could at least be like, hey, chill out. That's all they asking for. You can't even do that. Hit the road, Jack. Now, some audience member is pressing Biggie because Biggie threw a water bottle at her at the last reunion. I don't even remember that. If I don't remember that, I know Biggie don't remember that, okay? The big three comes back out, Lex, Dolly, and Summer. They come back out, they sit down or whatever. And Janiesha is asking, like, is Ivory and Big Lex okay? They said that they're fine. They said that they're cool. They're moving on. They're moving past it. Now, I've seen a lot of people say that Summer is scared to get in the paint with Ivory. Let me say this. Let me remind you that Summer did fight Ivory in them first few episodes. We're not talking about the Krishan Tasiki episodes. I don't even count that, okay? I don't even count that. But episode 3 or later, do y'all remember when they pulled up to the cottage, the Baddies cottage? And Summer got in the paint with Ivory, and Ivory swung her over the rainbow. Remember that? But she still got in the paint with her. Now, Ivory wants to hug it out, and Summer is like, no, because you just tripped me, bitch. I don't want no hug. I wouldn't want to hug her either, because, bitch, you just tripped me on stage. My bitches wasn't on stage with me. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want no hug, but we good now. We good, but I don't want no hug. Now, when Summer and Scotty get to talking, Scotty is saying basically that Summer inserted herself into their business, and it wasn't none of her business. It was between her and Rolly. But I understand what Summer was saying. Like, if you're bringing this to our attention every single time we meet up, all the girls, and y'all are discussing this around us all the time, I feel like I can have an input about it, because if it was so private, then y'all would have been private somewhere else and talked about this. But instead, y'all keep bringing this up in front of us. Even though we don't know your business, you keep bringing this up in front of us. So I'm gonna feel like I can say whatever the fuck I wanna say, because I'm tired of hearing the shit. Now, Janiesha says, Lex, you inserted yourself whenever they was fighting. And Lex said, no. I did not insert myself. When I'm up there and it's 2 bitches on my friend and they're jumping her, I'm gonna jump in, because as a friend, that's what you're supposed to do. If it's 2 bitches that my bitch is fighting, I'm jumping in. I'm taking one of them off her hands. Now, my camera's on, so let me hurry up, okay? Now, Slim comes out, and, you know, we already know that the issue with her and Rolly is not gonna be settled, okay? I'm so happy that Janiesha called Rolly out and said, girl, I know that was your friend. Like, don't sit up here and try to play like she wasn't your friend, because we know that was your friend and you just got hurt by the situation and now there's no recovery for it. Also, let's talk about Janiesha calling out the OGs and saying that they're so complacent in what they're doing. They felt like they didn't even have to embrace or, you know, take in the new girls. They didn't want to stay in the same house with them. And she was looking dead at Scotty ass. Dead at Scotty. Like, yeah, y'all think y'all are bigger than the program. Y'all don't want to take these new girls under y'all's wings. Y'all think y'all are better than them. Like, y'all don't have to, you know, interact with them. And I'm so happy that she called them out for that, because for the last 2-3 seasons, y'all girls have not been in the same house at all. Y'all have been in separate houses. We've got house A, house B, and we're tired of it. Put all the hoes in the same damn house. Nobody's bigger than the program. We don't care if your check is bigger than the other girls. We don't care about that. It's Baddies. A spinoff, a ratchet spinoff of Bad Girls, where they all was in the house. And I'm so happy Janiesha did not come to play with you hoes. Did not come to play with you hoes. All right. Now let's talk about everything in the comments. I know I probably missed some bits and pieces because my camera dying, honey, and I do not want a repeat of last week. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about all the drama in the comments. What did I forget? I know I forgot something. Let's talk about it. Okay. It's your girl, Lex Too Real. And we are out this thing. Also, they got Baddies Africa season. Y'all want me to look at that? Oh yeah, we're gonna look at that. All right.
Let's watch some crazy stuff, yo.